Hey everybody, so it is your favorite group vocal with AJ Reese on this amazing what? Today is Monday, but remember I'm in between videos, so you guys will not see this video until Thursday. So, before I go into what I want to talk to you guys about, what you do here, I do not own the rights to this music. YouTube and our very own girl, Jilly from Philly, that's Jill Scott. So that's right. I'm in here vibing, just listening to it before I get started, but that's nonetheless. So I had a great day. My day was very good. So came in, cooked dinner. So now here I am. So we all know that we are about to go into a new year. And a lot of times we get caught up on all these cliches, new year, new me, and new year, new health journey, all this stuff. That's nice. That's nice. However, I want to be able to say to you guys, listen, now is the time. Whatever it is that you guys have been deciding to do with your life as you reflect over the year of 2023. Remember, we still got some days left before we actually transition into 2024. So you guys have to make a decision about the people, places, and things that you want to cut before you go into your new year. You don't want to wait. Why? Because those will be the very same things that will hinder you from the things that God has awaiting you in the new year. So I just want to tell you guys to be encouraged. Don't be afraid. Don't be fearful. You know, the Lord tells us all the time about fear not. You know, the bottom line is He's with us. He got our back. So we don't. And it can be a scary thing. It really can, especially when it's unknown and we've never been there before. However, God has never left us nor forsaken us. So I'm telling you that whatever that thing is that you want to cut, whatever that thing is, or the people you feel like been hindering you or stopping you or jealous of you or making you feel like, oh, that's your dream, you sure? Oh, well, girl, if I were you, or dude, really, man, like going with yourself. No, you want people who totally support you and will help you move forward and push through to that dream that you're looking forward to doing. If you gotta have people that want to hate on you or make you feel like your dream is less than or is belittled or whatever, you need to really kind of reconsider. You really do. And I'm gonna give you a for instance. One of my friends, she is in the Primerica investment business and have been for years. And I remember, you know, through every process of life, you're going to have ups and downs. You're going to have that pruning process where you're being pressed, you're being tried, and it doesn't feel good. It is a very painful process. However, you have to know that if God gave it to you, He will bless it. You know how they say, you know, in the Word of God, it says, you know, when the Lord blesses, He doesn't add any sorrow to it. But you are going to be tried in that very thing that you say you want. As one of my professors, former professors, would say, anything worth having, you're going to fight for it. It's not going to come easy. If it comes easy, it's not going to last. So I remember she was trying to make a certain mark within the business. And I'm telling you, she had a lot of naysayers. And I mean, it did look grim. It did. Her process looked very grim. But I'm going to tell you something. She continued to persevere and press through. And I'm telling you, she is like regional vice president. And the girl is still smoking and kicking it. You have got to know, what is it that God said to you about you for you? Not what He told your neighbor, not what He said to your friends, not what He said to your families, even your enemies or the people on the job or the neighbors and all that stuff. What did He tell you? And whatever He told you, that's what you stick with. Don't allow people to discourage you. Don't allow people to try to, belittle your dream. The Word of God tells us that little is much when God is in it. And that is the honest to God truth. I've seen God take the little bit of food that I had in the cabinet and stretched it and made it much. The same miracles He did in the Old Testament and the New Testament, He is doing here today in this very hour. This is not the time to start second guessing. And don't get me wrong, there are times that you have your moments, but what I'm telling you, don't stay there. You need to get around a group of people that will cheer you on all the way to the finish line and hereafter. It doesn't just stop at the finish line. We have to keep going even after that. So even after you have succeeded and gotten that thing you wanted, now we have to do what? We have to learn how to maintain it. So just begin to journal, write stuff down. If you can't remember some of the things, and I remember always being told from one of my former pastors, she would say, some of y'all need to keep journals by your bed, because there are times that the Lord may give you something through the night. You may wake up from a dream and He's giving you instructions, or He may have given you a specific dream that has details in it. And I'm a witness to it. My kids and them, they can tell you, I've had books and books of just nothing but dreams that the Lord would give me. And this was years ago. They were little. But I'm telling you, some of those dreams have come to pass and some of them haven't. However, they're on the way. So begin to embrace yourself for the bigger, for the better. And I'm telling you, it's going to take a pruning process. What is a pruning process? You are now cutting off those things that no longer benefit you. It no longer benefits you. How many even know some conversations, they no longer benefit us? You know how before people could, depend on you or count on you to listen, to hear all that foolishness. No. As you grow and you go up the ladder and you begin to see things differently, and God is pulling away the scales and allowing us to really see through everything. No, those things aren't going to be appealing to you anymore. They're just not. People will think you're starting to act funny towards them, or, you think you better. But you know what? There are just times you have to let people think or assume whatever it is they want. As long as you are on the right road to redemption for you and for whatever God has placed in your hands to perform and to get done, you can't sit and entertain people's thoughts. People will have us all over the earth with what they think, why they thinking it. Some of them don't know why they thinking it or what they're thinking. Some people are discouraged because they haven't tapped into whatever it is that God has given them. But what I will say is, you have to know for you. So move forward in that thing. We only have a few weeks left into, 2023 before we cross over. So if you have not started it, I would suggest that you get on the ball and get with it. Be careful also who you're sharing it with. Everybody's not happy for you. They're just not. Everybody's not going to be happy with you. And a lot of times you cannot afford to even share what that is. I don't care if it's purchasing a car. I don't care if you're in a relationship. I don't care if you are about to buy a home, or you're getting a new job, or going back to school, or you're about to purchase a book, or you're about to start your own business or ministry. It doesn't matter. You've got to be careful what you share. Safeguard it with your life. If God leads you to some people that you know that you can entrust it with, and they will pray over it with you, along with you, you're in good hands, like State Farm. I know what it's saying, but I'm just being real. You have to make sure that you safeguard that thing. It is precious. It is priceless. There are just some things that God wants to do for us, and that God is going to do for us. And it's going to start before the new year comes in. But you've got to make sure that you're in proper alignment and you're around the right people at the right time. Because the bottom line is, some people can sneakily knock you off your square. And next thing you know, you're trying to figure out, well, what happened? And now you have to sit and wait for that thing to come around again. I don't have that kind of time to sit and do all that. I just don't. So my advice to you, my suggestion to you would be, if you got people who've been already acting funny, or you've been picking up certain, I hear a lot of people say energy, matching, people energy. Let me give you a little tip. Do not waste time matching people's energy. Because if you match their energy, you are no better than they are. Now, what did you just do? You gave your power away again. Don't do it. And I know this isn't the segment for don't give your power away, but really that's what you're doing. If you got to sit and match everybody's energy because you didn't like what they did, and let me tell you something, that goes for me too. So don't think I'm excluded. I'm not. Don't waste time doing all that. The time you take doing that, you could be focusing on something else. And if you find that's something you got to keep doing every time you get around people or certain family members or period, on a job, whatever, it doesn't matter. Start cutting out your how you operate, what you do throughout the day, your day-to-day operations. If you know people set you off and they call on your phone, stop answering. These are things, remember back what I just said in the beginning of this video. Start cutting certain things out. If certain people trigger you, attitudes, or you feel down, you feel low, you mad now, you angry, or they just called a dump on you, all of that, you don't have that kind of time on your hands to entertain that. Now, I'm not talking about your good friends that it's reciprocated mutually. I'm talking about people, the only time they call you is when they want something from you. It's time to start cutting some of those people out. They got to go. They can't go into 2024 with you. Now, if you take them into 2024 with you, that's on you. Don't blame God. Don't blame Satan. Blame you. Yup, you. I'm talking to you. Yeah. There are some people, that I just, like I said before in videos previously, there were some people I just knew that would be with me forever. And no. Love them, God bless them, no ill will or ill intent, even though they did me dirty or may not have lived up to the expectation that I thought or the page that we were on as friends or whatever. But guess what? It's no love lost. It's not. It's not. And where I'm at, they're not anyway. So it doesn't make me better. It just makes whatever the path that God has for me, I'm on it for me. So again, start making those changes now. Start praying and reflecting and asking God, allow you to evaluate and go back over this whole 2023. What things do I need to do differently for the upcoming year for me? You're not doing it to post it and boast about it on social media and all this other stuff. I listen to the guy, his name is Wallow. He's from Philly, Wallow and Gilly. Gilly's a rapper. His cousin is Wallow. Wallow posts a lot of positive, encouraging videos, and a lot of times I'll share it on my Instagram page because he's talking that talk. And it is so true. You have to make up in your mind, what is it that you want? There is only 24 hours in a day. If you've spent it going absolutely nowhere, it is time for you to take a seat and start reflecting back. Where are you going with your life? Are you just in the hamster wheel of life, running to absolutely nowhere? It's a sad state of affairs when I see people who are so talented and yet they've gone absolutely nowhere. They've done nothing with their life. Every time you see them, they're saying the same stuff over and over and over and have never accomplished the thing that they want. They remind me of the man by the water, the pool of Bethesda. He sat there 38 years watching everybody else go get their healing, get whole and delivered and set free. Jesus come and ask him, first thing he do is make up excuses. How many of us just always we want to make up an excuse as to why? But then you got the audacity to get upset and get mad about somebody else who doing the same thing you wanted to do and they doing real good and you pissed off. What you pissed off for? You did it. That's why I said don't blame God and Satan. Blame yourself. You. So, that's all your girl had for you today. But what I will tell you guys is, again, don't wait. Shift now. That's what God is expecting us to do, to shift for the upcoming year. And we have to start the process of shifting now. It doesn't start at 11:59 midnight or 11:59 at night on New Year's Eve. You already hit New Year's Day. That's not when it started. It starts in here. It starts in here. Shift. Okay. That's all your girl got for you. Don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe to who? None other than your favorite girl vocal with AJ Reese. You heard it here first, baby. So, I will see you guys, Lord willing, as my auntie may always say. Be safe, stay blessed, and don't forget to stay in prayer. I wish you guys an amazing holiday. I'll be back on before the holiday anyway, so excuse me, it is what it is. But you guys enjoy your day. As I said, this will air on when? Thursday. I'm in between what? Days. Yay. All right. I'll talk to y'all later.